Ever wondered how international shipping works? It's a fascinating and complex process that involves many steps and players. From the moment a product is manufactured to the time it reaches the end consumer, there are numerous stages and logistics involved. Let's simplify the concept of EXW for you. EXW, or Ex-Works, is one of the simplest Incoterms used in international trade. But what exactly does it mean, and how does it work in practice? EXW, or Ex-Works, is a simple Incoterm in international trade. It essentially means that the seller's responsibility is limited to making the goods available at their premises, such as a factory or warehouse. The buyer, on the other hand, takes on the responsibility for the entire shipping process from that point onwards. Under EXW, the seller's job is done once the goods are ready at their location, like a warehouse or factory. The rest? That's on the buyer. This means that the buyer has to handle everything from loading the goods onto a truck, arranging for transportation, and dealing with all the customs formalities. That's on the buyer. The buyer must ensure that the goods are picked up from the seller's location and transported to their final destination. This includes arranging for any necessary insurance and taking care of all the paperwork required for customs clearance. Here's the breakdown. The seller gets the goods packed and ready for pickup. This means that the seller is responsible for ensuring that the goods are properly packaged and labeled, and that they are available for the buyer to collect at the agreed-upon time. No loading, no shipping, no customs. The seller does not have to worry about loading the goods onto a truck, arranging for transportation, or dealing with customs formalities. All of these responsibilities fall on the buyer. They just make it available. The seller's only responsibility is to make the goods available for the buyer to collect. Once the goods are ready for pickup, the seller's job is done. Now, it's the buyer's turn. The buyer must take over from this point and handle all the logistics involved in getting the goods to their final destination. The buyer handles everything from loading the goods, arranging transport, buying insurance, and clearing customs both for export and import. This means that the buyer has to coordinate with various service providers, such as freight forwarders and customs brokers, to ensure that the goods are transported smoothly and efficiently. Imagine buying electronics from New York to London. The seller in New York will make the goods available at their warehouse, and the buyer in London will have to arrange for the goods to be picked up, transported, and cleared through customs. Once the electronics are packed in New York, the buyer takes over, arranging and paying for all the logistics and legal stuff. This includes hiring a freight forwarder to transport the goods, purchasing insurance to cover any potential risks, and dealing with customs authorities to ensure that the goods are cleared for import. Why choose EXW? There are several reasons why a buyer or seller might choose to use the EXW Incoterm. Buyers get more control and might save on costs. Sellers enjoy less hassle. For buyers, EXW offers the advantage of having more control over the shipping process, which can lead to cost savings. For sellers, EXW means less hassle, as they do not have to deal with the complexities of international shipping. But remember, more control means more responsibility for the buyer. While EXW offers advantages, it also means that the buyer has to take on more responsibility for the shipping process. This includes coordinating with various service providers, dealing with customs authorities, and ensuring that the goods are transported safely and efficiently. It's crucial for buyers to have a good understanding of international shipping regulations and to work with reliable service providers. This can help avoid delays and additional costs. To make the most out of EXW, buyers should plan ahead and ensure that all necessary arrangements are in place before the goods are ready for pickup. This includes having a clear understanding of the shipping route, potential risks, and the costs involved. Utilizing shipping software and working closely with a logistics team can streamline the process and help manage the various aspects of international shipping more effectively. We hope this guide has helped you understand the basics of EXW. Be sure to stay tuned for more tips and insights on our channel.